Hello everyone, I'm using a text-to-speech program because I've decided to make a speed paint video where I actually explain my process and thoughts behind it, I suppose. Mainly because this drawing in particular is very important to me. So, without further ado, let me explain what's actually going on your screens. I'm currently redrawing an original character made in 2016 that also happens to be my first ever OC I've created. Her name is Debbie Lime, and she was supposed to be the main character in one of my stories that I used to write at the time. I even wanted to make said story into a visual novel, and who knows, maybe one day I will, but regardless, I was aware of my current skills. So much so my visual novel seemed more like a distant dream than an actual reality. I was happy with the design I came up with because it had the elements that I imagined. It had a lime shirt and contrasting red hair, but in my mind something felt off. Now looking back at it, some things were off. The anatomy being amongst the worst examples, quickly followed by my inability to draw believable chunks of hair. So that's what I wanted to focus on for the redesign, as well as a better pose and better clothes. 2 years ago in 2021, I have made my first redesign of Debbie. I gave her an anime look instead of a cartoony one, and I've changed her hairstyle quite significantly, giving her a sort of 90s high ponytail thing and a skirt that reminded me of an upside-down flower. The look in itself gave disco vibes, but I was so proud of myself for making her like an anime girl. Now looking back at it, it's clear to me that I focused on making her seem like an anime character more than I made her actually look like herself if she was a character in an anime. I completely stripped her off of personality and character. And nonetheless, the drawing in itself was very sketchy and stiff. No interesting poses, no nothing. Not to mention the huge differences in proportions and height from what I had initially wanted Debbie to look like. This time around though, I made sure to highlight the best parts of her design that I liked so much in the beginning. Her red hair, her short arms and legs, and even the fact that her torso isn't supposed to be seen at all due to her baggy oversized t-shirt with a big neck. Totally not because I've always been insecure of my belly. I gave her a rounder face and harmonized her color scheme. I fixed everything to the best of my abilities, as well as choosing a more dynamic pose for her. I'm extremely pleased with how this redraw turned out, and I hope to start drawing Debbie more often from now on in this current redesigned form. This is exactly how my child self would have wanted to draw Debbie. With all that said, thank you for listening to me, and I don't know if I'll ever do this kind of video again, but if you want me to, let me know down below. You can also ask questions about her that I might answer in a future video. But until then, have a great day.